Hey guys, I'm back with the ranking videos once again. I've missed you all. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded something, but don't worry guys, there will be so many ranking videos coming to you guys in a row here very soon. I was gone for so long because I was preparing everything for you guys so I could bring everyone the best looking rankings that I could possibly provide. Already, I'll let you guys know that in this video, I'll be ranking killer vault animations from third person, so you can really take a look at their animations to their fullest. I won't have a tier list like I did with the Survivor Lobby animations, but I'll be ranking them from worst to best like I've done before in the past, since these are a lot better to go through and are way easier. Also, two quick notes here. I will be ranking the killers that have some sort of secondary ability to allow them to vault windows in a different way, or the same way, but just end up being faster. And the second being an important part, which is with Dracula being disabled in the PTB, which is where I was able to record all of this, and no one else that I know who actually owns Pinhead, I had to get somebody else I know to record for me. So when it comes to these two killers, Dracula and Pinhead, it may look a little different for the next couple of videos. And yes, it was recorded by the almighty Dragonborne, but don't worry, it should blend in perfectly. There'll almost be no differences in the changes. So let me know if I missed anything, and there will be quite a bit of ranking videos coming towards you guys here in the near future on a bunch of stuff that you guys have wanted for so long. So without further ado, let's get right into this ranking. There are a lot of kills that just step through the window without anything extra to their character, and they all use the exact same animation, I'm pretty sure, so they will all have to be ranked the exact same. These characters are Trapper, Wraith, Hillbilly, Myers, Doctor, Bubba, Huntress, Clown, and finally Plague. These 9 characters all share the same vault animation to them, which I'm not gonna lie does make me a little sad. It would be nice to see some sort of unique animation for each. Granted, I'm not really sure what else you could have done for someone like Huntress or Plague, but these are all at the bottom. So now we get into the more unique looking animations, and these animations have the character do something a little more than just step through it, although all of these next characters also share the exact same animation to them. I will be ranking these separately though, because I didn't want to do what I just did above. So next is Legion, Pig, Freddy, Ghostface, who adds a little more to getting on top and jumping through, and I'm not really sure what it is, but it just looks really good to me for this one. Spirit, who looks really good doing this and is way better than the old animation of her just appearing on the other side. I'm glad they changed that. Hag, who adds a little more flair to jumping through it. Since she's too short to actually go through it, she kind of like hobbles around a little bit. It's kind of really funny. The next 6 killers upcoming also share a very similar animation of them stepping through with one big lunge forward, but they do it with a lot more emphasis and look a lot more menacing. I'll also be ranking these differently as well. First off, we've got Twins, and I don't know what it is about Twins, but their animation looks strange for some reason. I'm not really sure. Oni, who does look very good doing this. Knight, whose big sword does him very good justice here. Deathslinger, who puts way more effort into it, probably because of the leg brace that he has, so he kind of has to. Nemesis, whose big shiny bald head steps through it like it's nothing, and it's actually really funny with the shine on his head. And then Pyramid Head, who I think is the best out of these stepping animations just because the way he stabs the knife down on the ground first, it looks really good and very menacing. So from now on, there are only 3 killers with the same vaulting animations, but now as we get into the killers with a bunch of different animations to them that are super unique. We will first start out with Trickster, who vaults over it like it was never even there in this very smooth motion. Skull Merchant, who looks like she lands a little harder than Trickster for some reason. Blight, who throws himself over the window with all of his effort, and it looks really funny and it fits his character unbelievably well. Legion's Power, I think, is next, and this fits perfectly being in the middle of the ranking. It's almost the exact same as the Survivor vaulting animation, which I love, and I just think this fits perfectly for their character. Wesker, which I don't know what it is about this animation, but it looks very clean the way he just steps through it, but still a little more careful. A Ghoul, who throws himself over the window, and the Kagane looks really good here actually. Ghoul's Power, which is a bit faster than the one before it, but it still looks really cool. I'm not sure why the Kagane wasn't glowing here, even though we used the power beforehand. This stuff was recorded on the PTB, so I'm sure there's quite a bit of bugs here. Wesker's Power, which kind of looks like a version of the Survivor vaulting, but better to me for some reason. Dracula's wolf form, who jumps over the window in one jump, which actually does look pretty cool and honestly kind of cute. Snug, who takes one giant leap over the window in a quick succession, exactly like Dracula's wolf form, and then runs off into the sunset, except this one just looks better to me, probably because he does it so much faster. Chucky's power, which kind of looks like the Survivor vaulting as well, but this looks better and funnier because he's so small, and then he runs off never to be seen again. Unknown, whose animation looks unbelievably freaky the way he curls through it like this, because he doesn't know how to vault a window, and that just makes this so much scarier to me. Vecna's fly, which the special effects looks very nice here, and then he kind of glides away, and it all looks really cool. Artist who winds up a lot and then jumps through the window in one really quick jump, and this looks very smooth to me. Dredge who vaults through it with quick succession and then slaps his arm down, and you can even see him put his arm on the window while vaulting, and the way that they put the darkness to go through the window is very clean and it looks amazing. Houndmaster who puts her butt on the window to support and then swings her leg over in a very good looking animation. This is probably one of the more realistic looking ones. Springtrap, who is kind of like Houndmaster's, but he swings over in this very clean motion and doesn't need the extra support like Houndmaster, and just vaults over it very cleanly and very scary looking, mind you. This looks terrifying. Nurse who jumps over it like it's nothing, but she kind of just throws herself over like a rag doll, which I think this is really funny, and I can't believe they made this animation, because why would you ever vault a window as Nurse anyways? Alien who crawls through it like a powerful weapon, and it's like Alien knows exactly what they are doing. Demo who also crawls through it, but very animalistically, which I think it looks very clean the way that he does it, and fits this character so well. Singularity who puts a lot of effort into climbing over the window, and there's so much animation here, and I love the way that he's too tall to be crawling through the window the way he does. Onryo who crawls through it, and this animation reminds me of her lobby animation where she crawls out of the well, where she does it so creepily, and in this animation it looks absolutely amazing. It's probably a callback to that exact moment, but it still is so fascinating to me. Vecna who dematerializes his lower half and then just glides over the window, which looks absolutely amazing, and the little purple glow that he does is super cool. Dracula who I'm not exactly sure if he's dematerializing or transforming into some sort of wind here, but whatever it is, it looks absolutely amazing. And I love this fact about him, and the way he just kind of floats over the window is super majestic, I'm not gonna lie, and also looks very cool. Pinhead, like the other two below this, he also dematerializes, but for some reason this animation just looks better to me. He puts his arm behind him like he's still stepping through it, but he just kind of glides over it. I'm not exactly sure why he puts his arm behind him like that, but nonetheless, that little detail is really nice, and the addition of it looks really cool, and also like the chain blue that he materializes into for a second there looks very amazing. And finally, what I personally think is the best vaulting animation in this game is the wonderful and silly animation of Chucky. Him having to jump up to grab the ledge of the window and then pull himself up and over takes a lot of animation, and it looks absolutely amazing, and it's incredibly funny to be in a game like this. So I think this just has to be the best just because of the way that it is. So this was my ranking of killer vault animations. There will be a lot more ranking videos coming really soon, everybody. I promise. I hope you guys like this, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. If you like this, then I hope you consider subscribing. It helps me so much. As always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, and take care, everybody.